Smart Textiles, Smarter World. Spark innovation with the SmartX community.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm here in Borås, in front of the Textile Fashion Center in Sweden. The idea is that we are going to go to the showroom of Smart Textiles and go to certain developments that they are targeting circularity and, of course, e-textiles for different applications. And later on, we will move to the DoTank, where we will see all the machineries that the textile industry and the companies in Sweden have available in order to do some tests and, of course, develop new products. So let's go. So we are now inside the building, which is less windy, and we are going to visit the Smart Textiles Showroom and as well the think tank Borås that all belongs to the University of Borås.
Welcome to Textile Fashion Center in the middle of Sweden in the city of Borås. In this very old mill, we are mixing the heritage in textile production. It was an old mill from the beginning, and today we are working with the next generation in textile and fashion, in both research and education. My name is Susanne Nejderås, and I'm working as a textile strategist at Science Park Borås and the Swedish School of Textiles, where I'm also responsible for our government assignment, Textile and Fashion 2030. And in this region, we have really a long history as a textile producing region due to the fact that we have a big river and we also have hills that is making the best climate for textile production. And together with a touch of entrepreneurial working for the people here, it gives really a good history of working with textile production and companies. And in this building, we have put together all the textile organizations in Sweden working in different areas, and all is creating the big hub of textile in Sweden. And we have both working space for fashion galleries, we have an incubator service working mainly in the field of textiles, we have also a science park here, and of course the campus and the Swedish School of Textile here. And the environment around the Swedish School of Textile is really wide. We are having all the textile production facilities and lab in-house, which makes it very good also for the educational part, but also to work and to try out new ideas for textile prototypes. So we have everything from the fiber lab to the 3D scanning and all the finishing and knitting and all the labs in between. And in our science park, we are working in mainly three different areas. Textile, of course, is the biggest one, which is also divided into sustainable textiles, smart and interactive textiles, and also Industry 4.0. But the other three areas in total we are working in Science Park is also in the consumption area, where we are looking into new behavioral aspects and also how you can prolong a lifetime of a garment. And we are also working with a social development in order to look into how the infrastructure can change and adapt to a circular way of working. We believe very much in working towards solutions through prototypes. So we are using the Swedish School of Textiles and all the textile labs that we have, but also we have our DoTank Center, which is an environment where we are creating and working together with both companies and also the students in order to find new solutions. We also are offering a showroom, which actually is where we are now, where you can see here a lot of prototypes made together with companies, but also made by researchers and students and also projects that we are working on in a collaborative way. And this room is open for the public, and since the opening in 2013 we have had over 70,000 visitors. So if you're ever in Sweden and if you're ever in Textile Fashion Center, you are most welcome to join us here in our showroom.
So I just arrived at the Smart Textiles Showroom, and of course I'm not alone, sorry. I'm with Anne and Amelie please come here, that they are going to take me around all the developments or some of the developments that we have in the room.
My name is Amelie Olesen and I work as an innovation specialist here at Science Park Borås, and I make a lot of the prototypes we have here in the showroom and as well in the DoTank that we will visit later.
Okay. So, and now we go with Anne, that she's going to introduce herself while she's explaining already one of the developments that is just behind us. Hi, Anna.
Hello.
And thank you for hosting me here. We had a nice introduction from Susanne. And where are we exactly now and what we are going to see, because there's a showroom full of things. And I know that you're going to showcase a few of the developments that has happened.
Yeah. Now you are in Smart Textiles Showroom, which also is a part of Science Park Borås. And my name is Anna Berglund, working as a product coordinator. And we have this room to show the results of the project that Science Park has been involved with, and also get inspiration to show the possibilities and get an insight of the textile products of the future. So I will take you a tour around here in this room.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some of the high-performance textiles and a bit as well of e-textiles, because just behind, they are not in camera, but behind there are quite a lot of e-textiles.
Yeah. These are results from a project that we have had together with 14 parties, both from the company and also from the academic side. We are testing to see if it's possible to make a yarn out of Swedish paper.
Yes.
Yeah, you have it here.
I take it.
Yeah, it's a small piece of paper here. So the start is the paper.
Okay.
Not the pulp as you use in normal viscose processes. So you have a paper for a start, and then you do it into small stripes. And then you twist the stripes into this yarn. So here is a yarn made out of Swedish paper.
Okay, wow. And it's quite strong, actually.
Yeah, it's strong. A little bit stiffer than normal yarn.
Yeah,
so
that's
it
true,
could
but
also be trickier to put into textile processes.
Yeah, no, because actually, and I'm gonna, it's...
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the research was to see if it's possible to do the yarn, and also to see if it's possible to put into textile processes. And then the last part is to see what can you do with this yarn? What application can you put this yarn into, and what could it be? So one of the companies that was involved in the project was Fjällräven, and then made this cap, and we replaced the mesh to the paper fabric, and also a hat, and also cushion covers that was made. And then one of the companies that was involved in the project is called SKS, and they started a brand called Fabric Forest. So now you can buy these products on the market. So for example, it's wallpaper. So you have the paper yarn is here, you see, and also the cushions, and also the carpet on the floor here. It's a carpet. They also have some furnitures.
Oh, wow.
So it actually, you see, from the research to the product.
To the product. No, and that's interesting. And I have a few questions. So do you have to do any adaptation in the machinery in order to use this yarn? Because it's quite thick. So I know that the public cannot touch it, but it's quite thick compared to a normal.
You can have, this is a quite thick one, but you're able to make it thinner, a little bit thinner. But that was also a part in the project, that we tried to make it as smooth as possible.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's easier to weave with than knit with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting to know.
And I mean, there is a lot because I guess, well, the products, when you touch them, they are a bit stiff.
Yeah.
But it's a quite interesting application to use it for home decoration.
Yeah.
And for some hats.
Yeah,
And
maybe
all
you
that.
don't need to have it close to your body.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So interesting
Can have,
project.
yeah. Hmm?
So thank you. Let's move to the
Yes.
next one.
Yeah. Here we have 2 products that are on the market. It's product results from a company that we have a project together with. This black one and the gray one, and it's a garment for medical devices. People that are suffering from cerebral palsy or a stroke. So it's to improve their mobility. So you can use this garment 1 hour, 3 days a week, and you will have a big mobility. So inside the jacket and the trousers, you have these sensors, so to say, and they will stimulate the muscles. Here are some results from the textile design research. They're working with the material that could integrate with the surroundings by changing shape or color or pattern. So the textile should be dynamic, not static, that the textile could tell you something. So here is one example. So here is a woven piece consisting of movable layers. So if I pull one layer, it will change, and if I stop halfway, you will see it has transparency, and if I continue pulling, the pattern will turn into circles. Here is a pair of jeans, a very special pair of jeans. It's airbag jeans to protect the lower body. For example, your tailbone or your hip. For an accident with your motorcycle, for example. It's the results from a project that we had with SmartX, where we were coaching Moses, and he is the founder of Airbag Inside Jeans motorcycle. It consists of 2 systems. One system is the jeans, and the other system is the airbag. You have 1 airbag on each leg, and they are connected together with the zip. Then you pull this one, and the airbag will explode and fill the jeans and protect your lower body.
So this is the Zero User Interface Jacket. It's a garment for demonstration, and it has a lot of concealed sensors into it. So for example, here you can see the lights, and this is a demonstration for seeing how the sensors work, but it could be a signal that is sent, and you can decide whatever it should be. So for example, the zipper here is connected. So you have for this jacket, a light diffuser, but it could be for sound, or it could be for the lighting in your house. And we also have some knitted panels that is also active. And this could be a more tactile way or tactile material for communicating. And we also have the sensors inside the pockets. So for example, if you're freezing, so maybe it's a very normal thing to do to put your hands inside your pockets, and then a heating element could be activated inside the garment. We also have the pockets here that will give you an alarm if it's open, and in some work environments that could be necessary to have a warning system if your clothes is not fully put together or the pockets is not closed. So here at the back we have this badge that is removable, and in this way you can decide what your jacket should do. So if you have different kind of badges, you can both in a way design your garment and also tell it what to do or record or program it in how you like it.
So hi Amelie, we have changed a bit the room now.
Yes.
That we are at the DoTank.
Yes, we're in the DoTank. It's our innovation environment at Science Park Borås. And here we can meet with companies, the academia and students to do collaborations. So we usually host workshops, hackathons, and different events. And we also showcase everything that we do in our projects. And we are a team of 5 people working in here.
Where we are now, because I see a lot of clothing. It looks like we are in a shop,
Yes.
but we aren't.
No, or it's a future shop.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
So these clothes here were about to be exported. So it's a fraction of clothes that was sorted out and was not possible to be sold in stores. So everything
waste,
is
basically.
So everything is secondhand. Yes.
Okay.
But we took this fraction and about 5 tons of clothing we sorted again to see what material is it that are being exported today. And we found that a lot of the clothes is in really good condition and are actually sellable. So in this project we also collaborated with some of the big fashion brands in Sweden, and they also got to see and look at the material to actually understand what it is that are being exported today. So it's a nice way to show the material and also find new business models in the future.
So maybe to give a second life to those clothes. So,
Yes.
I mean, just control a bit and give it a second life for consumers
Exactly.
to buy, not to produce, but to buy some existing. Because we know that in fashion we are remaking collections sometimes, so maybe to use something that was made a few years ago and
Exactly.
use it right now.
It's all about how to package the garments.
Yeah.
And also for the companies to see the materials and to not just, I mean, it's an assumption today that the material that are exported are in really bad condition, but that
Okay.
is not the case. And this is what we show here.
Okay, so interesting. And this is, I mean, and are you going to give a second life to that somehow? Or, I mean, not to that collection, of course, that it's a showroom, but, I mean, do they had a second life, the waste that you have from the collection, or it's ongoing?
Yeah, these garments are in the condition to be sold again.
Yes.
Yes, but for the second-hand stores in Sweden, they don't have the capacity for all the clothes. So that is an issue because we need to hire the second-hand consumption
Yes.
and lower the new productions.
So actually, I mean, and I'm here in the showroom and they are completely new. So, I mean, it would be like they have been made for the showroom, but no.
Yes.
They have a bit of years behind.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So nice product and new business models upcoming.
We go into the next part.
The next station. Let's go.
So here we are in our remake machine. And this was a project called Microfactories. And this is the result from that project. So we build a system for loading second-hand garments and to find the flaws, either stains or rips or just defects of these garments through AI technology, and also how to repair these garments in an efficient way. So I will show you how it works. So now I loaded a second-hand shirt on this hanger, and now I submit it in the system and send it away. So now this shirt goes up in the system and it will travel through this line and go to a camera station where the cameras will take pictures from 360 degrees and the AI will detect stains or flaws of the garment. So the shirt has a unique identity and it's now posted on a website. And when it goes into the photo studio, it will automatically post the photos on the website. When the photos are taken, the shirt will travel to the buffer and stay there before we take an action on what we want to do with the garment. Here the shirt is posted on the website, and now we have some different choices to make if we want to buy this shirt. So either you can send it to washing or refreshing, or if you want to conceal the stains on the shirt, we have embroidery or printing, and the AI that I mentioned before has already recognized where the stains and the flaws are. So when the shirt is going down to the embroidery station, the operator can see where on the garment, and there is also an automatic pattern of the embroidery that is made. So it's a very easy and automated system for mending garments.
From your presentation, I hear that there is a lot of companies that they come here to use machinery and to do a bit of prototyping. Yeah. So what kind of machines do you have in the room? Well, in the room and DoTank.
Exactly.
Itself, because it's quite big.
So behind us we have our cutting table that we like really much. So here we can cut everything that is softer than aluminium.
Okay.
So all types of fabrics, wood, plastics. So it's a really nice tool for us because we can do a lot of things. So we have the rotation knife, oscillating knife, and the pulling knife.
Okay.
So yeah, this tool is one of the better ones. My favorite tool, yeah. And then we have different embroidery machines, as well as welding machines, ultrasonic welding machines, and the normal sewing park. We also have the vacuum forming machine, heat press machines, coating machines. So yeah, we can do a lot with the companies that come to us.
And how does it work? Because I think it's interesting, and I don't know if it's open to everyone or just to Swedish companies, but do they contact you? Do they belong to university somehow, or how they belong to the DoTank and how they can start using the machines? Because I think that could be interesting for companies.
Yes. So mostly we work with the companies that are in the region of Västra Götaland here in Sweden, but we of course collaborate mostly with Swedish companies. So they can send their application and we can see if it fits into some of the bigger projects we are running at Science Park, or if it's a small thing we can help them with. Because we are working very quick, and we can help companies just by doing small prototype work.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, because sometimes you have an idea, you don't have the machinery, so it's nice that they have the opportunity to come here, apply here, and explain the project. And the machineries and the installation, the facilities are able to produce a small scale.
Yeah.
So thank you, Amelie, and all the team that is behind for hosting me and to take me through this amazing tour of what is happening in the DoTank and the Smart Textile Showroom.
So unfortunately, it's time to say bye to the University of Borås, the Science Park Borås, and of course the Smart Textiles Showroom and the DoTank. That has been my visit during today, basically. And after visiting everything, I get with me that probably we are turning the industry to new business models, and of course new materials that they are emerging, and taking into account the opportunity to develop products for new markets. Thank you, and thank you, Lena Marie, for hosting me again. Bye.